everyone, welcome to new video from Tamil Bhumi. In this video, we are going to see one very important thing in data engineering series. We are going to see cloud basic setup in AWS. So we are going to set up one EC2 machine, and then we'll see how to access from local and how to put the files, everything we are going to see in today. And why this is important. Cloud is like a ABCD for everybody. If you wanted to learn anything in English, you need to learn the ABCD first, right? So that's the same thing applies to cloud also nowadays. Every company in the world, maximum there is started using the AWS, Azure or GCP, any one of the cloud usage. So there are like most of them are going to move into the most of their production into cloud, and most of the companies are working towards that. So that's kind of a basics which we need to learn if we are going to survive in IT itself. So better way to start is to start our course also with the basic setup of like Amazon, AWS, which is the number one player as of now when we are recording this video, and other players are catching up like Azure and GCP is still growing. So let's start this one. Before that, what is cloud and basics, let's just see in this video, and then we will just launch one EC2 instance and connect from a local. Come, let's get into the video. When we see cloud, so what do we think? Is it cloud or is it sitting in some place on the sky and then always rolls around us? No, that's not something as cloud. Cloud in the like all the IT world, it means somewhere they are maintaining the system. Somewhere they're maintaining as a common system where everybody can go and access. It's like common place where you also, like public cloud means I can put the data in the same machine, you can also put the data, but we don't know each other. There is a security is implemented in such a way so that it's implemented. So that is called cloud. Like I had a misconception for a long time, like I was wondering what is cloud. Then I got to know this, and then I really, okay, it's just nothing but a machine sitting somewhere we are accessing as a common one. So without knowing, I feel we are already using the cloud, we are already accessing a cloud which is common services, right? Common services which is running probably in the cloud. Is internet is a maximum internet, I can say, is a cloud itself. So when you access a Gmail, that's kind of one kind of cloud which you access services offered to you as a common one, right? So similar to that. So like currently what we are doing, we are using our own system to install software and then run things and then learn things, run things, right? So if you wanted to start with the Linux, if you want to learn Linux, then what you have to do is you have to install VM, or you have to install a dual boot system where you install Linux and as well as Windows. So whenever you log in, you just need to choose between Windows or Linux and then you work on that. That is one way. Another way is to install VM. VM is nothing but a virtual, virtually you can create a OS inside a OS. So what's VM? VM is nothing but you have a Windows system which is running. Usually most of us use Windows system, somebody use Mac, that's fine. So inside this, you just create one virtual environment, virtual machine which is running a Linux. This will run Windows, and inside this you can run a Linux. So in this way you need a more memory, everything you need more. So you have to run, like you have to support two operating system, means you have to give some memory for this as well, some memory for the internal. This is a main system, this is a hosted system, so you have to give memory for all those things. But this is how we used to do. So if you have this VM player here, you just start and then click this and then initialize. This will get into your Linux environment inside. So I just give 4.3 GB of RAM for the internal system. So that's how we used to do. This probably like our laptop, we need more configuration, everything we need more, right? But to avoid this, what we can do is we can rent it from cloud for learning. So this is kind of easy. You can just have a small machine and then you can use the run all the heavy load in cloud itself. So this makes our life so much easy, I would say. Like whether let's say you wanted to learn something with the really large data you want to put and process everything, like if you are building your own, that's gonna cost way more, where your investment is more, everything is more. But with the cloud, you can just pay 1,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees similarly, and then you can just get the node and run it and then kill it. That's it. You are done with that. So that way you can play around with the cloud. So that's what exactly we are going to do. We are going to create one node, one laptop, we can say, for easy like for understanding sake, laptop or machine in cloud and access it locally. So, and also most of the data engineers or some of the data engineers, we need to work in Linux environment, right? So if you are new to that, if you are a student or if you are a non-IT background, or if you don't work much in the Linux environment, so this will give you an overview also. So how to how to work with the Linux, everything you will give, so that it will be easy. So if you look at the syllabus, we need to see that Linux introduction. So that also we'll see eventually. First, let's get into the cloud area. Before that, I just give you one warning. So whenever you are going to cloud, AWS or Azure, everything, they wanted us to spend more, right? So what they do is they ask the credit card details. So they charge it if you keep the machine running, you will be charged a lot. So you need to be very careful about what you are using, what you are doing, so that you avoid like bigger bills. Like that's what, like 10,000, 1 lakh people get the bills because they just kept that running. But if you get such a report, in case let's say you got such a report, what you have to do is you just have to tell the customer care, see, I'm just learning, by mistake I turned on, please waive my bill. Then they will waive the bill. So that happened to many people. So you can also get that, use that. So you don't have to worry or something. You just call them, they will waive, because they are big. They wanted to go big, and big corporations is the target. This money is nothing for AWS, I believe. So they will waive our bills. Okay, but they will verify whether you use that instance or not. They will verify, and then they will waive. So I'm in the AWS console. So how did I get in? You have to create one account, and then for that we need to enter credit card details, everything, and then you get into this area, AWS management console here. And I believe there are tons of videos in YouTube about EC2, AWS. Like most people are posting a lot of courses, everything is there. You can go and watch there also if you want to learn more about AWS. Like I'm also beginner to the AWS, so if I have any mistake or if anything can be done better, just feel free to comment, or just use a WhatsApp group to tell me, so that we can learn together. And first, let's create one EC2 instance. What is EC2 instance? Let's go first. So like AWS is nothing but it gives more services which you can use it as a service. Like if you want to create a machine, okay, here's a service, take it. If you want to create some Hadoop, then Hadoop cluster, okay, here's a service. Like that, they keep on giving us a services. We can create services and we can access whatever we want to do. So that's what service is. EC2 is nothing but it has it's some laptop, you can say. That's what, like one node we would say in laptop, or just understanding. It's a machine which is running in cloud. So that's one. So let's launch one machine, and AWS gives some free usage, so we can stay under the free usage. So data engineers Linux machine, I just give the name like this, and then you can choose the OS, like let's use Amazon Linux. Amazon Linux is 2 AMI and then free tier eligible. So there are free tier limit usage which is 750 hours per year, I believe. So you can use it till that there. After that you get charged. So you have to be very careful over there. Amazon Linux, okay, this we will use. Architecture X4 is fine. Instant type, yeah, this is also free tier eligible. Instant type is nothing but your how much CPU you are getting, how much memory RAM you are getting. So that is fine for now. So keep pair login. So how are you going to access your your cloud machine from your local? So let me create a new key pair, right? Data engineer key pair, like that I will just create. Key pair is nothing but it will give you the way to access your machine with the secret keys. So I just created one perm keys. We can convert it to PPK, which we will do in some time. After the network, so for now allow SSH traffic from anywhere. So this is kind of the way you are to put your security details. I don't want to put anywhere, I just want to put custom or only my IP. I can choose that. Usually when you are the only one going to access it to only your machine, you just put that so that that's safe. Nobody from outside cannot access, because we don't want anybody to access our machine or something like that, right? So that's a security purpose. You need to do that. I just leave it anywhere. I'm going to kill the machine after the session ends, so let me just leave it like that. where you can specify how much storage you want, like it's a EBS storage it's used to give. So you can just create up to 30 GB of EBS, external general purpose SSD you can give. Let's for now 8 GB is fine. So let me just launch instance. So it will just keep on launching, like initializing. It's quite fast, like EC2, because that's their main thing. And you can see your instance launching here. Like let me refresh. Okay, you can see it's pending. So my data engineering is pending. Okay, let it start. Meanwhile, I'll tell you two things what we need to install. One is putty, nothing but, let me show you what is putty is. So putty is nothing but, we have in your local, we need to connect to cloud. So this is cloud. Let's say this is our AWS, which we just created. AWS EC2 instance. From our local, we need to connect to the cloud, right? This is our Windows, local Windows. So for that we need some kind of software which can connect to the AWS or any cloud, with proper security and all. So that's why we need a putty. Putty does that for us. It gives a command line shell. Where using that you can interact with the AWS or any Linux, any machine in the world. So that's one thing, putty, which we will install. That's free. And also, if you wanted to transfer some files, let's say you have some text file here, you just want to put there and run some data engineering code over there, you can use that using WinSCP. There are MOBA Extreme also. There are more softwares available. This is two I use personally, and most of the office where I work, I use this tool. So I'm just recommending to you guys also. You can download it here. Putty you can download here. WinSCP you can download here. I just put both the path here. You can just download and install. And meanwhile, let's go and see whether our instance is launched. Okay, good. Our instance is running now. So which is good. We just need this public IPv address. Just click here, and then you just need to take this public IPv address. And then before that, let's create a key. Okay, so putty keygen. You just need to go to putty keygen. That once you install putty, it's also installed. If it's not, just separately install this putty key generator. And then you have to create a private key for your public key, which a pre-key pair which you created. You can create a private key also directly, but I'm just showing you guys how to do this. So data engineering PAM, just open and then save private key. Okay, data engineering private key, and then yes. Okay, it's saved now. Now you can just close this and then open putty. So now let's try to connect to the machine which is running EC2. This is a default user for EC2. So EC2 is a public IPv4, and then I'm going to give this, and then you need to give the password. Currently it's like SSH, right? So you need to go to SSH and then give auth, and then click your private key authentication. So private key, this is my private key. So click OK, click open. Now if you have done everything correctly, it should give you this, and then yes to proceed, yes, and then yes. That's it. You are into the Linux of the world, of the cloud, of the everything. So yeah, basically what we did is, in couple of minutes we just launched an instance, and we are able to good to go with the Linux environment. Okay, it's just ls means no files are there, it's fresh, so nothing is there, but this is pretty easy. So instantly you can create it, and you can also, if you wanted to increase the size, you can do that easily. So df -u df. Okay, so this is the total du-a. Okay, du-ah. Okay, so this is pretty new, so that's why you just have only these things over here. So you can put the files. We are going to learn most things also in this. If you look at our syllabus which we prepared for this video course, you can see we will see Linux introduction also, we will see, and then we just started with cloud environment setup, and we will keep on going. We will explore more services in AWS. We will use AWS as our cloud for this preferred vendor for this course, so that we will learn more in the cloud itself. And I'm not much worked on the cloud, but still this is going to be learning experience for me as well. So if you know anything better, anything different we can do, you just suggest me in the comments, or we have WhatsApp group, Telegram group. You can just join there and ask me the questions, or you can provide everything. So that will be good to interact and learn more in the upcoming days. And next we will see all these topics one by one. Like cloud environment is a long setup. You just set up one service. Similarly, we have multiple services. It's going to be very easy. This is not at all tough, right? If you just install and then started, it's very simple. Similarly, we have more services to see, and then more data to analyze. and I'll try to see whether I can just pull some terabytes of data and then process quickly using Spark and Stream and all these ETL tools, right? Which we will see as our end-to-end project, and meanwhile we'll see more projects. So that's it pretty much on this video. If you have any doubts or questions, you can ask in the comment, or if you like it, you can just like the video. And one more thing, before you log off, just click the instance type and terminate it. You don't want that running and exceed your free limit and then go into the like damage your bank account, right? So you don't want to do that, because you must give your credit card in order to gain this access. So it's free tier eligible. You need to monitor the word, because you may cross this without knowing, so then they will start charging. If they start charging, you need to call them and tell them, don't charge me because I'm just learning, I just did a mistake. Then they will charge, they will waive it. Okay, it's fine. So see you in the next video. Thank you, thanks for watching, and go to the playlist and watch more. Bye bye.